That again. There we go. All right, today is Fasting Friday, May 1st. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your loyalty and your perseverance in all the Catholic virtues that we are desperately going to need over the coming year or so. Been watching the progress of AI as it permeates our system, and it does purposefully lie. So we know that's not a heavenly device, if you will. And predictions are showing, some say as early as next year that it's going to just completely collapse everything through deceit, which makes complete sense because nothing good comes from deceit. And so, there's things that we need to do to make sure that that doesn't happen, or to prepare for its possibility. And, just letting it happen kind of gives us a sense of culpability if we don't do anything. So we should be praying that, people stop being deceitful, first of all, so that it won't go recklessly into abandon. Let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. In nomine Dei, Matronam Nostrae, et Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Divine Family, and in Catholic contemplation, humbly venerate the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Let's take a moment. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility. I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O Most Holy Trinity, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O Most Holy Trinity, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Most Holy Divine Family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O Most Holy Trinity, I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Divine Family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which Thou forbiddest, to practice the good which Thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please Thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, O Holy Mother of God, I place myself under Thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of Thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O Most Holy Divine Family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deam matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. But most of all, because they offend the almost holy Trinity, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. In nomine Deum, matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apud te. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium conditor et redemptor, animabus famolorum tuorum remissionem contorum turibue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obdeverunt pii supplicationibus consequentor, qui tigum vivet reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et erit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinius famulus tuus offerit tibi Deo meum vivum et verum, pro in nomine viribus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus fidelibus catholicorum vivis atque defunctis ut mihi et iris proficiat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantia dignitatum mirabilita condidis et mirabilis reformas et nobis spiritus atque divina mysterium, eis divinitatis esse consortis qui unitatis nostrae fiat et natus est particips Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tigum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem, salutaris tuam da peccatis clementium, ut consueto divina majestatis tuae, pro nostra totius mundus salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu meditatis, et in animo contrito suscipiam ad Deum Iesum Christum, et sic fiat sacrificium nostrum in consueto tuo hodie, ut placeat tibi Deum matram nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificita plata prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sancto nomini, praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas, sancoblationem cum tibi efferimus, a memoriam passionis, resurrectionis et discensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Deum matronam nostrae, et Papa Petrus Sanctorum, et Historum et omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et ili pro nobis intercedere et in interim caelis, coram amorem agimus in telis, pediendum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate, ut meum equestrum sacrificium acceptabile fide per Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum, sacrificium de manibus tuis, et laudam et gloriam nominis sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum ubiscum, quoque apud te. Solus corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Dei oblamentesimi mater et pater et Deum matram nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrae, supplices rogamus et petimus. Uti accepta habeas et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificiam irrivata. In primis, quae tibi efferimus, pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pacificare custodire honore, et regere digneris toto orbiterarum atquae catholicae. Memento Deam, famularum getorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paul, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Katie, Kathy, Maria Josephina Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, the Stevenson family, the Williams, Tafour, and Began families, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, especially Benedict Santa Croce, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce. Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pahosky families, and all their good intentions. We continue to pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time, as well as any and all organ harvesting that's occurring in China and North Korea. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange with no usury. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society, to stop all forms of propagandizing and brainwashing of evil, with evil, for evil. We pray for wisdom on how to grow foods naturally and how to raise animals naturally. We pray for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes, and to continue to find out how to prevent these devices and machines from polluting our air and destroying our bodies. We ask and pray for the gift of discernment and for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography, and the OnlyFans platform be stopped immediately. We ask for a reversal of the feminist ideology and a return to godly femininity. We ask that all men and women cease working for Freemasons and corporations everywhere, that Catholics work together to help each other. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin. We ask you to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law, that is the Jewish Talmud, that you destroy Rome and the Vatican and recognize the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Portugal. We ask you to please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policies. We ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable, so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continued to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. And we ask that God's will be done in our lives and that we become God's will. All this we ask in accordance with the Most Holy Divine Family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium, quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota duotio, pro quibus tibi afferimus, vel quidibio frontox sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione honorum suarum prospe salutis et calamitatis suae, tibique redunt vota sua aeterno Deo vivo et vero, communicantes et memorantes in primis gloriosae, semper Deum Materam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium tuorum Papa Sancte Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Franciscus, et Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum meritis precibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectiones tuae munium exidio, per Christum Deum nostrum. Quam oblatione de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabilum quae dineris ut nobis corpum et sanguine fiat dilictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretur recepit panem in sancta sacramentis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in calamate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit, frege dedique lunis vidicens accipite et mandocate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meo. Simili modo postquam ceremonia est accipiens, et hunc praeclarum caricem in sancta sac venerabilis manus suas, item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, consecrave dedique luminis sui dicens accipite et vivite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissione peccatorum, haequo escunque ficeritis in mono facetis. Unde et memores Deum nos servitui sed plebs tua sancta justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beata passiones nec non et ab inferis resurrectionis, sedet in caelos gloriosa ascensiones offerimus praeclarae maiestati tuae de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio ac sereno vutu respicieri digneris. Supplices te ragamus, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iuge hec preferibim manus tuum ut quod ex hoc altaris participationis sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinem sincerimus, omni sanctificatione caelesti et gratia rei per amor, per enim Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Leah Quinlivan, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibum, in Christum quiscentibum, locum refugieri lucis et pacis, ut in large est praecamur per inum Christum Deum nostrum, per cum hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Dea matronam nostrae, materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quae sumus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris et intercedente, beata et gloriosa semper Dea matronam nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitius pacem in diebus nostris. ut ope misericordiae tuae aduitit peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione seculi. Per eundem Deum nostrum, Iesum Christum, Filium Tuum, Deum nostrum, qui ticam vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum, Iesum Christum, sit semper vobiscum, et quoque apud te. Haec mixtio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat accipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, et quoque apud te. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, quoperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum, tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et universis malis et facmi tui semper in hadere mandatis, et numquam separari permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere praesimo non mihi proveniat in idicum condonationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad utumentum mentis et corporis et ad medelam percipiendam, qui vivis et regnas cum Deum matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem excipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum matronam nostrum non sunt dignius, ut et meas in tante requeribus sapernum mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut et meas in tante requeribus sapernum mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut et meas in tante requeribus sapernum mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retubum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quae retubuit mihi, calicem salutaris excipiem in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae et ab inimicis mei salvosero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Tuum, animam tuum. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Quodore sumpsimus Deum Iesum Christum puramente capermus et immunamente parafiet nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum Kotsom se sanglisquem batavia heria vesceribus meis apraesta. Ut in me non remania scelera maclaquem pira sancta reficialum sacramenta. Deum ubiscum, et quoque apud te, oremus. Animabus, quae sumus, Deum Iesum Christum famalorum getorum, oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut eius et peccatis omnibus exuas et tuae redemptionis, facies esse parte cepes, qui ticum vivit reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum ubiscum, quoque apud te, ite mis est. Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam, obsequium, servitutis mea, et praesta ut sacrificium, coroculis tuae maestatis in nus autoritivi seta captavere nequieta omnibus, proquibus irut autoris sit in miserente pepitsabile epicuris Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. O most holy Trinity, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Dea matronam nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Dei matronam nostrae, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Hold strong to your faith. Call upon the most holy Trinitarian Theophany in your hours of need, and pray. And offer up today's fasting for whatever you can do for the souls in purgatory, for those who are sick and suffering. And there are many. All right. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Please go and sanctify all those you meet. Have a good day.